In Northern Uganda, the Acholi and Lango sub-regions have endured decades of civil instability, which has had a considerable negative influence on the region's economic development. Despite government attempts to improve infrastructures and service delivery in rural communities, financial institutions still face challenges when it comes to providing services. The obstacles include cyber fraud, banks that do not upgrade their systems, and security issues with insurance.
Banks being far from us, we have the liquidation and then float purchase. So if the banks are far from you, doing this transaction is a problem. You very well know that if you want to serve a customer, for example, if someone comes to withdraw and you don't have cash but you have float, you need again to go to the main bank to go and get cash. That is a liquidation. So it is a big challenge. I don't know how best other banks will do that so that we close that gap of float liquidation.
In a plea to boost financial inclusion in the Acholi and Lango sub-regions, a number of financial institutions have started offering agent banking services. For instance, Centenary Bank collaborated with neighborhood-based groups to offer banking services to the community.
What we commit to do is to go away and work on them and make sure that we can actually have a much smoother, a much more seamless customer and agent experience. I think you will appreciate that agent banking was launched fully in 2018, so it's only just about 5 years old. But if you look at the impact that has been achieved across the board, it is significant.
To widen their coverage, the financial institutions are collaborating with community-based organizations by spending money on technology. Initiatives for financial education are also being launched to raise financial literacy in these rural areas.
Recently, the MDI Act was passed. It will allow some of those institutions, that tier, to also participate in agent banking. And all this expands the reach of financial service providers to the rural population.
Despite all these obstacles, the different players are working together to overcome them to ensure that agent banking remains the main driver of rural development in Uganda. According to Emmanuel Muhanguzi, Assistant Commissioner Local Economic Development, creating governance structures through local government will help in reducing some of these challenges.
One of the things that for us to achieve that, we do is to work with everybody, banks, private sector in different modes, to enhance the issue of financial inclusion, because many of our rural people have really, lived behind, yet the economy requires that we have everybody on board. So when we work on infrastructure, when we provide governance, when there is security in our local areas, in our local governments that govern these areas, banks, agents of this nature have a better environment to operate, brings on our people on board, and the economy is improved in that mode.
Agent banking has made it possible for small companies and farmers to readily acquire credit, save money, and conduct transactions, which has increased economic activity, improved livelihoods, and decreased poverty. Bronia Katusiime, Smart24 TV, Business Today.